everybody.
And that's what Chris is gonna do.
Yeah,
but that's why I think that Chris ultimately him keeping cool. Yeah, he got smacked, but we also looking at we like okay, he's 6'2",
right.
Chris is whatever he is. So there is this element, there is this slight bully element in there where we're just like, oh man, look Chris, like
Right.
There's that. So Chris kind of being able. Chris kept it in the comedy world, was just kind of on the lab, like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Right.
He went there. I mean, what else was he gonna do? I mean, people say he's gonna fight back, but like I said, not even. Let's say we didn't know he was a trained fighter, and they start swinging and tussling. Then Chris would have hung onto his leg or something. Like it just would have looked crazy. It looked crazy. It looked wild, but just like
yeah, you're right.
You know that classic Richard Pryor joke where he talk about I forgot in that that live joint in Long Beach, and he talking about how would have hit him in the chest, or his father I think hit him in the chest, and he was just hopping around his chest caved around the arm, and it just would have looked crazy if just like and Will all in this.
Do you think Tony Rock and Jordan Rock are gonna fuck Will Smith up on site? Jordan tweeted after the shit happened. He said it's on site.
It's hard for me I don't know about Jordan, but Tony, the only problem I know Tony personally, I know he's always ready to fight.
Right.
But Will was the first person to give him his start in Hollywood.
Oh, that's right.
On the TV how show. Do you that's what when I saw it after that, first thing I thought about was Tone, and I was like, damn. Cause if my brother, we fighting.
Right.
But if Dion smacked me, damn, my brothers would kind of be like, well, damn, he did put you on. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard for where is he going to go with that?
I mean, but then that brings us back to the other point where it's like, well, the smack, we go back to saying, okay, well, the smack wasn't personal. And so then it's like, well, how personal do people take it? Because the physical contact was the physical contact.
That's personal.
I don't, so
I got to take that personal. Even if it's not personal, you slap me, that shit.
But that's why it goes back to before he even walked up there. If I was, I'll put it this way. If I would hope that the woman sitting next to me, mad and all, would have been like, London, hold on. This a big night for you. I know you're mad. Just let's wait. Let's breathe, and we'll address it. Because I think some people feel like if you feel like what the physical contact was wrong, you also feel like you're against him defending his wife. And it's like, nah, you can defend your wife. That's cool. It's just you should do that. But the interesting thing is about how and the energy about that. Because I mean, that way was just I don't know. It was just wild. I like I said, I can't say because I'm not there and I don't know all the stuff that had built up, and that was just a tipping point. But I would hope personally that the lady sitting next to me would say, London, hold on, not just. I would like for her to calm me down in the same way that I would do for her and anybody else. Because I've done that before for many friends and for people. I say, yo, calm down. Hold on.
Do your thing again.
But you gotta understand too, though. That's not Jada. Jada
exactly
is a classic ghetto girl. She like Tupac. Like that's Jada. So
do it again.
Just
take it out. Yeah, put it back in. There you go.
Okay, I think that's Jada. Like Jada's kind of like, you don't know. Yeah, you don't know their conversations at home, and it's just like, yo, if you at home, you gassed up like the next motherfucker, and then now the next motherfucker did it, and you're like, and you never even know if Chris and Will, because this is what I thought about, if Chris and Will, because this is not the first time Chris has talked about Jada at the Oscars.
Right.
So this is not the first time. So now you don't know if Will had that conversation with him before the show, like, because they friends.
Right.
He's done the show. So, I mean, he's done Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So he might have had a conversation like, my man, like, I know, just, don't talk about Jada or whatever.
Hey, that's what I wanted to ask you since you're here. I don't know if you ever spoke on it. The Billy Sorrell shit. Like,
I'm slapping the shit out of him as soon as I see him.
So that's on site.
Can you tell me what that is? Tell me what
you don't know.
No, what happened?
Okay, I'll tell you. Let me tell you, I set it up because this shit took me aback. Like I was just on Instagram one day and I saw Billy was going live with Tony Baker. So I was like, I know Billy's gonna say something reckless. That was just my initial thought for why I even joined the live. Cause I don't even join people live.
Me neither.
But yeah, but Billy is on some like Kanye West shit, I feel like, when it just comes to he knows what to say to get people talking, right? So I went on there and then he started talking about joke thieves and he did like a Mount Rushmore of joke thieves and he talked about Ocean and there was a few other comedians he mentioned. But I was like, but I had got off of that, right? Like I literally got off the live, but they said you came into the live. What's up with that?
So what happened originally? What happened is, you know how you accidentally go on somebody's live. You're not even trying to go on their live,
right?
Like I wasn't even trying to go on his live, and when I pushed of course, trying with Instagram, everybody's done it. You go on live, you try to hurry up and get off before they see you, right? I tried to do that, and he initially he seen me. And he was like, speaking of joke thieves, the biggest joke thief in the world, Ocean. So when he said that, I was just like, oh, snap. So I stood on for a minute and I was like, I was like, yo, you funny, my man. Like that shit is hilarious to me. Like that you even would say that. Right. And then he was like, yeah, don't be surprised. I told you about this before. So I'm just like, yo, you funny. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just get off. Like, I know he going through some stuff. I'm just like, I'm not even gonna get into it. I got off.
Right.
I went shopping. My phone blowing up. He's still going in on you talking like, so I go back on it and like, well, let me get on it. Right. So I get on it. He finally, like, he has me sitting there waiting through 3 people. Then he finally gets me on and he started how he introduced me coming on my live. I'll beat your ass.
Oh,
like
shit.
So this is, I don't even know where all this is coming from, right? I don't care what you say. I'll beat your ass.
Any interaction like this at all before with
So
him?
here's the thing. There was a time. This is my interaction with Billy. This is why there is no conversation when I see Billy because this is why. So when there was a girl that was on like the Laugh Factory page. She's a comic, newer comic.
Boy, it's always about a girl, boy.
Yeah, no. She was on there. She's a newer comic, and she was doing the notepad thing.
Okay.
So I put under in the comic section, like, yo, that's Dion. Like, I ride with Dion. That's my nigga. But I'm like, so that's Dion.
Dion Cole.
Yeah, Dion Cole. Like that, he's done that as like where. So Billy says on the thing to me, Dion isn't the first person to do that. Dion stole that. So this is like maybe 3-4 years ago, or 2019. Matter of fact, 2019. So I said, okay. So
Billy, hold on. And what you talking about is the fact that how Dion looks at his notepad when he's on stage telling jokes, right?
Even when he's doing a special, like,
right?
That's
his thing.
That's his thing. Yeah. He's been doing that for years.
I seen him do that on like the Jamie Foxx Laugh-A-Palooza thing.
Yeah, before that was his thing, right? So I'll go back. So then Billy calls me. Me and Billy have a conversation. Everything is cool. He was like trying to say that he was like, yeah, you used to steal from me. I said, Billy, I've never seen you do comedy ever. I thought you was just like an internet person. I'd seen you at the Laugh Factory. I was like, oh, Billy, I've never seen you do comedy. So this is the conversation 2019. He's like, okay, cool. So then he texts me and I'll turn my phone off for this. I'm gonna turn it back on. But he texts me basically saying, I'm a fan of yours. I see your growth. I think you're amazing. All of this shit. And then for him to go on, and then so I've never had a conversation with Billy after that. Never.
Damn.
So for him to do that, that's why I'm fucking him up on site.
Sense.
It just doesn't make sense.
But taking it to the next level, not to get too deep, but does that help you when you see him or to be elevated? Giving example, all the people that say stuff about celebrities, using Kevin Hart, how many people say this, that, the other thing? Is he going to go after every single person?
Is it good for me to bitch his ass when I see him?
That's what
absolutely.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because absolutely, I'm just gonna tell you why. Because
it's not good.
It is good, and I don't give a fuck. But you can't disrespect me and go on a live. I would have been okay if you could say whatever you want. You could say I stole your jokes, whatever. Because he said I stole D-Ray jokes. So I asked him what D-Ray jokes. He said about my mom being an alcoholic. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I never said that. My mom has never been an alcoholic. She actually was Jehovah's Witnesses with a great parent. So I'm going to go on stage even saying that. Doesn't even make sense. I'm not going to disrespect my mom that to even steal a D-Ray joke. And me and D-Ray talk damn near every day for like the last year. So what jokes would I be stealing of his? Why would I even do that? And then he says something else, and I'm like, I've never done that joke either. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's not even that. It's the fact that he came on saying, I'll beat your ass. And I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass. And then when my family members went to him, he talking about he'll murder them. He's texting me all of this.
He texted you he'll murder them?
Yeah, absolutely.
He said,
It's just incriminating himself.
Yeah, he's like, I'll beat your ass, but I'll shoot them.
What?
So you got to get your ass beat when I see you.
You don't think he dealing with something, though? I feel like Billy may be dealing with something.
I'm good with that.
Right.
Until you come online. That's why I got off the first. That's what I'm saying. When I said, oh, he talking crazy.
Adjust the mic so you talking right into
I said, he initially said it. I was just like, all right, let me get off. I just said, wow, you funny, my dude. Like, you funny. And then I got off.
Right.
Because I'm like, he going through something. He putting delay out there. Even if delay did or didn't, I mean, that's none of our business. Like, you going like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand. So I was just like, well, whatever. So I just got off.
That don't know, the delay situation was he accused delay of giving him sloppy toppy.
Right. So what's that?
Sloppy toppy.
What is that? I'm so sorry,
man. Look it up. So
what is that?
I don't know, man.
London is so quiet for the last 5 minutes. I don't know why. I'm just pointing it out. I'm just pointing it out.
Hey, bro, I know what and how I said what I said could be harsh, but I genuinely believe in you and you're a good dude and want to see you win. And I honestly think of you in high regards, and then you may believe. I'm no comedy god, but I know talent when I see it, and you have it. My people rocking comedy come to me and the approach the same way, and I want to see you win. You're very talented. I'm definitely Team Ocean. You got my number. I'm always here. This is April 23rd, 2019. So now for you to now go online talking about a Mount Rushmore of joke thieves.
But isn't that indicative, kind of going what Justin said? That I don't know this person. I literally don't even know their name. Sorry. But that's indicative that something's going on that has nothing to do with you.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I got off in the beginning. It had nothing to do with me. But once you start coming on, like talking about how you gonna smack the shit out of me when you see me, I don't care. I'll still beat your ass when I haven't even said anything to you.
Who else was on the Mount Rushmore? Were you offended by the other names?
Or
were you like, those are some good names?
No, he had Ron G on there. He had me. He had me, Ron G, and a couple of other people. Which is like, again, like I don't understand. What Tony Baker was saying is he always is doing that to black comedians. He's not going to the white comedians. No offense, Josh, but just to we got to always do that. I'm just saying he's not going and fucking with the white comedians.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
He may not know him though. He may not be in the white world.
Facts.
You know.
And the problem for me is I'm more like Ocean. I'm trying not to be.
It's so funny how reactive. It's so funny how you're aware that you have an anger issue.
I'm gonna get canceled if I don't correct myself.
Right.
I get very, very upset quickly if I feel wrong. I'm getting better, and the refractory time, if that's the right word, is getting longer. But yeah, I have to work on. I know it comes from childhood, stepdad, oppressive. Oh, I got it. Did the therapy. It's a matter of getting better. Right. And that's why, and it is really going back to the Will thing and Chris, it is interesting how many people it affected, not just on a surface level, but on a deeper level, like the conversations, the history. I mean, it's deep, you know, on so many cultural and everything, you know, people, we're talking about it. That's a lot.
Any of y'all go to therapy? Anybody else y'all ever been to a therapist?
I go to therapy all the time. I went to 12-step for codependence. Like, I've worked on myself. I'm continuing to, because insane childhood, in total chaos, craziness. I mean,
yeah. And I just want to be clear on this subject, and we can move on. I'm going to square up. No, I'm not going to knock him out from behind, or I'm going to let him know
why
that
does he articulate. Why did he?
I'm going to put on boxing gloves. I'm going to stretch out first.
I'm not going to come from behind anywhere. I'm going to say, hey, Billy, I'm here. and then we're going to fight. It's not
I'm
gonna
just
be
picturing like 18.
Now, what you gonna do if Billy knock your ass out?
Hey, then you knock my ass out, and then every time we see each other, we fight. That's how it goes.
I want me down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning. Stab my back is tempting to all those who willing. The ones think I'm privileged. Hard work went into this. Lost friends, God bless. Cut hoes off too much stress.